ancestors, your ancestors. Yes, I mean your ancestors. Oh, in the beginning they held that the universe, what they called first creation. First creation. A place where everything was changing into everything. You and I might be together now, and I look at you. All of a sudden your head's that of a giraffe. You look at me. All of a sudden my head looks like that of a leopard. Oh my heavens, your feet just turned into that of an antelope or an eland. And every once in a while, as we're looking at one another, we might become one another. And then once we start that process, it never ends. We become back and forth, being one another, becoming all the animals, all the plants, all the living things, everything interchanging. Oh, it's total shape-shifting. Not the kind of weird shape-shifting we heard about witchcraft stories. No, we're talking about beautiful morphing. Oh, creation, indistinguishable process of life. Well, not broken or differentiated. Its forms being like Ouroboros, devouring one another in endless recursions of a manifestation of aesthetic and charm and beauty, and all done without purpose. This was the way it began. And in that state of constant morphing and shape-shifting and change and transformation, nothing became sick and no one died. Then came the naming. The naming. Trickster came with language, gave everything a name. When something received a name, it stopped changing. It was tricked into believing it was a stable identity. Zebra became zebra, never more to become giraffe. Man and woman never knew what it was to be a giraffe. The world stopped, and people began to be sick and to die. The shamans knew that we had never left first creation. We did not move from first creation to second. Second creation was an invention of trickster. It still lived within first creation. So if we could get away from the thoughts, from the binding nature of language and meaning and understanding, if we could just let understanding go and let the mind be given no importance, and instead feel the force of the way in which the heart can expand and heighten, yes, you know what I'm going to say, can heighten the feelings, bring forth the emotions. What happens? We start to shake, we start to quake, we start to move, become what? Again, transformers, morphers, shapeshifters, back into first creation. There, the is full and ready and available, and the shamans open themselves up, open their hearts to connect to the to become one foot in the first creation and another foot in the second creation, and bringing the to others through shaking bodies and through shaking stories and through shaking meanings and shaking ideas. Everything needs to be shaken up. Well, I can tell you right now, if I brought the leading kxaosi, the shamans from the Kalahari, showed them the world, showed them how things are going, they would know no peace treaty going to change the world, no diplomacy going to make a difference, not even an election. More the same, I say, more the same. Round and round the wheel turns. Oh yes, the more it changes, the more it's the same change. They might suggest something that would be a real morphing of the world, a real shapeshift, a real presence of and so I'm going to ask you right now to come to Africa with me, and I want you to think the way the bushmen think, and think about how we can bring forth a great shaking in the world. We got to shake things up, and no better place can I think. And I want to invite you, everyone you know, to write a letter. Yes, I'm saying write a letter. Write a letter to the Pope. You know where to send it to Vatican City, and then turn around and write the same letter to the Dalai Lama, and ask the Dalai Lama, and asked the Pope, we wanted you to do something for us. We want you to help save the world. The world's drowning in seriousness and attachment to hierarchy, and it's lost its way, doesn't know about the entry into spirit and ecstasy. So we want to ask you a favor so you can take leadership in shaking things up. We want to ask each of you to exchange for one day next year your wardrobe with the Pope to dress like the Dalai Lama, and the Dalai Lama to dress like the Pope. Can you imagine how that would shake the world? How could things ever be the same? How could we look at either leader in the same way? We would have flattened a hierarchy that never, ever deserved to be present in the world in the first place. We'd have brought in a breath of humanness, and dare I say, the original breath called spirit, that which moves us in being happy. And you know when you convulse, you know when you shake, it's when you're so happy you can't contain yourself, and it's when you laugh so hard, you convulse, you shake. Same medicine. Let's start the revolution now. There's not another understanding. There's not another book. Not another workshop's going to make a difference. We ought to know that by now. Only thing that's going to change is a dramatic change of everything. We got to turn it upside down, because if we turn it upside down, we're going to get it right the way it started in the first place. We're not going to believe these theorists, these New Age theorists, you know, the ones who have quadrants and models and maps, and they sort of say in the beginning was the African primitive, and things progressed and became the enlightened one from the East. That's the biggest nonsense and lie and arrogance. It has nothing to do with spirit. I'm going to suggest to you, even if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter. There's a rightness in my wrongness, which is we need to shake it up. Because if it were the other way around, it'd have to be turned upside down the other way. We need to get it moving, so today it's this way and tomorrow it's another way. It's been stuck. It's been stuck along the hierarchical notions, been stuck along the linear progressions that go from beginning primitive to enlightened textuality and wardrobes that put one on top of another. I say it's time to bring it all down, and the only way it's going to come down is through the sweet medicine of humor and absurdity and reducing and leveling everything, so we can start laughing. We can start to get that belly laugh, and then all of a sudden we'll find in the laughing, in the quaking, in the shaking, there's a rhythm, and that rhythm gonna surrender all things to it. No more is words, no matter any word, no matter's language, gonna be the ruler, gonna be the no longer words, gonna reign supreme unchallenged. The only way we're gonna change the world and find spirit. Open our hearts to absurdity, to love, not feigned love, not feigned piety, not feigned humility. Nothing worse than someone saying you ought to be humble, huh? That sort of feigned posture. No, be proud. Say, I love the spirit. I love to work it. It makes me feel like I'm making the gods happy. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. Stop having the quest for the right answer, the cool presence, the right posture. That is nonsense. You gotta get down, down, down.
I gotta be me too. Silly of me to think that I couldn't bring myself to be you. But behold that it's benevolence behind this, but don't stare though. Careful. What kind of? Why I dress quite neatly, cause it's easy and discreetly. They seek me, and see me, and believe me completely. I realize why I lie. Between me and you ain't that. I can transform without even trying. Now someone can be me too. Behold, a beautiful and bold. Every day I wake up to be new. But it's simple, but they still can't understand why. I'm a microchip off the old block. You know not, but I was a robot, not so rock. And you would get for show shot with a gold Glock. Boy, I roll pop. It's something that you won't see again. What the hell, might as well be a friend. I can transform my track